So in this episode, we're going to be talking about what happens after the laning stage. How do you transition into what you need to do afterwards? Like, where do you need to position yourself on the map, and what do you need for your hero to be ready to play the game? So if you have a laning stage that doesn't go like you want it to, let's say you're a bit lower level than you thought you were going to be, or you have less gold than you thought you were going to have, and then you're not really close to your timing, it could be either experience or gold wise, you need to make sure that you have a space on the map to farm it. Being experienced or gold doesn't really matter, but you need to make sure that you get what you need in terms to be able to help your team. So if you have a bad laning stage as position 4, most of the time it's going to be worse than it is if you have a bad laning stage as core, because you need a place to farm, and sometimes you need a core to give up that space so you have it, so you can actually make sure you hit your timing. And for position 4, that means that you need a core to either go to the jungle, or you need a core that can make plays with you, so you have a way to get kills and get experience and gold. So when you're done with your lane, most of the time you want to make sure that the time between the laning stage and the time where your hero is actually ready is as short as possible. So if you have a really good lane, it's easy for you to just be level 6 by minute 10. But if you have a bad lane, maybe you need to get the tome and you also need a lane. So that means it might not be that fast, but you need to make sure that if you need your level 6, that you get it. And it could take 2 minutes, could take 5 minutes, but you don't want to rush it, because if you do something half a level from level 6, you might just end up feeding, might not be worth anything. So as long as you have a hero you can play with, you can go at level 6, but if you don't, then you might need to take a lane. So when you move out of the laning stage and you go into this post-laning transitional phase, it's important to understand what is your lineup's main focus. Do you have like a carry that wants to play really slow? Do you have like a hero that is your position 1 and 2? Are they really fast heroes? Do you need to get ready so they don't waste their timing? Or do you need to buy time so that they can hit their later timing? Let's say you have a Terrorblade or some late game timing, or if you have like a fast hero like some Death Prophet or Necrophos, like very fast paced, you want to get Roche fast. This will mean that you don't want to take as much downtime to get your timing as long as your cores are ready. It might mean that even if you have a blink hero like Tiny, where you think you need your blink, you might not need it if your team is ready to take objectives, and you can just sit behind them, make sure you have backup for them, and then in that way you'll get gold from the towers. In the next couple of episodes, we'll be looking at how you can team fight later on in the game, how it's important where you position yourself, and how you counteract the other team's backline, making sure that you do what your job is in the fights.